Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Update: Oshiomhole speaks on dissolution of APC NWC. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. We want to say a very big thank you for your continuous, huge, and massive support. Thank you very much. If you have not given us a thumbs up, this would be a good time to do so. Please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate you. Well, we've been hearing about what's been going on in APC. It's no longer in news that the APC NWC has been dissolved by the NEC. The National Executive Council has dissolved the National Working Committee, of which Adams Oshiomhole was the chairman until his suspension, and three chairmen emerged from the party. Anyway, the person of Victor Gideon called on an emergency NEC meeting, which led to the dissolution of the NWC. Adams Oshiomhole is finally speaking for the first time since the dissolution of NWC. Let's get into the news and get all the details. The sacked national chairman of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Adams Oshiomhole, says he has accepted the decision reached by the party conventional National Executive Committee on Thursday. At the meeting attended by the President Muhammadu Buhari, the party sacked its National Working Committee and approved a 13-member critical committee to manage the affairs of the party until a national convention is held. Speaking to journalists on Saturday, Mr. Oshiomhole, in his first public reaction to the development, said he has accepted the decision but would not talk around the legality or otherwise of the decision. A special NEC meeting was called, and at the end of the meeting, the National Working Committee was dissolved, and I ceased to be chairman, he said. Mr. President graciously invited me to his office in 2018, precisely 2 years ago. The president said, if you do not reform the All Progressive Congress APC, you can as well forget about 2019. And I knew that reform can be challenging, and it will eventually entails a lot of difficult decision, but mine had to be a life of trouble. I accepted this, and I believe that I did my best, he told journalists on Saturday at his office in Asokoro, Abuja. He explained his confidence in the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, and he highlighted his achievements in office in comparing with his predecessors, John Oyegun, who was one of the vocal voices against the approach to his style of leadership, and regarding the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. I am happy that the 2019 election did come and have gone. Thanks to Nigerians, our president had more votes in 2019 than he had in 2015, and we have more members in the Senate and the House of Representatives. Unlike in 2015, we were unable to manage our victories in two chambers, to the extent that we ended up with a PDP Senate president. Mr. Oshiomhole said, taking a closer look at the former chairman, Mr. Oyegun, I think I did well. Mr. Oshiomhole said he had directed his lawyers to withdraw his case at the Supreme Court, challenging his suspension by the lower court regarding the Court of Appeal upholding the decision of his suspension. Due to what Mr. President has said, I have withdrawn my case completely from the Supreme Court. And against the speculation, he said he is going into the question of legality or illegality, but rather talks on how to regain his decision and retrace his step and everything that has happened. He wants to have a proper reflection. The process of leadership requires that you make decision. I am a man of every strength and convention, and I live by them. I live by the decision I have made. I do not regret any of the actions or particularly what has happened, rather the reform which is going on step by step in the party. I am happy. That was clear to me. I am not assuring leadership that the first time I came in, I did my best. But as a human being, it is what it is. Oshomole highlighted Kwara and Gombe states, how most of the delegates' victories that APC have worked out in those states. Well, for the first time, Eshomole has spoken with regards to what has happened during this whole process. He said he's quite happy with every decision that has been made by Mr. President. And like you heard, he said he has withdrawn his case from the Supreme Court because the whole matter started with the High Court suspending him as the national chairman. He applied to the appeal court stating that challenging the decision that has sacked him, has suspended him as national chairman. And when this appeal court upheld the decision of the High Court, Oshomole has gone on and has applied to the Supreme Court with regards to his suspension as the chairman. He said, but with all that has been happening now, and especially that NWC has been dissolved, he said, well, it is what it is. And he has withdrawn his case from the appeal court that wants to challenge that decision. He said he respects Mr. President and respects all the decision that has been made by APC, and he stands by them. He explained how he came into office, that Mr. President approached him in 2016, stating to him that he wants him to reform the party. And he accepted the position, and they said the victory that was gotten by APC is enormous. So he's quite happy with what he has done and all that he has achieved in office. He said during his time, APC has gotten more victories than he ever did in the previous years. He said so he's quite happy with everything that has happened so far. Adams Oshiomhole went further to explain that they now have an APC Senate president. In the House of Rep, they have their people. Unlike in 2015, he said so he has done very well. He even compared himself with his predecessor, the person that was standing for Governor Gordon Obaseki. He said when you compare and look at his achievement, he think he did well. He said he think he did quite well, and so he's not regretting any of this decision that has been made by the National Working Committee, the Executive Committee. He just waits and is going to withdraw his case from the appeal court and just follow due process. It's clear now that Adams Oshiomhole has come to terms with what it is, and this is life. This is real life. This is real life as we speak. Adams Oshiomhole is officially out of the office, and the new Critical Committee has been charged, given the mandate to go ahead and pick chairman, pick members of the committee until their next national convention, where the new members will be unfolded and they will be sworn into office. We'll now have a new national chairman. We'll have new people who will take over the office of duties as it is right now. Adams Oshiomhole also went to explain that with regards to, yes, they lost a few states, but he says that he was calling about states like Gombe and the rest, their achievements and what they have done. He says so he's quite happy. He's quite happy with the decision that Buhari remains his leader. And finally, he has spoken, and he was patting himself on the back that he has done well. And he explained that all that has happened, even with Gordon Obaseki, he is a man, and he has taken decision, and he does not regret most of his decision. Well, my people, this is what is happening right now. The news just came to us regarding Oshiomhole for the first time in a long time. I mean, since this whole incident happened, he's just giving his own version and saying that with regards to everything, he has withdrawn his case from the Supreme Court. He's no longer pursuing it. There's nothing to pursue, right? Because, I mean, it's a new committee that will be constituted and a new chairman, new members of NWC at the end of 6 months period that has been given to the 13-man committee to put forth a new NWC, where there'll be no right, where at least the crisis in APC will be minimal than what it is today. So, my people, this is the matter. Adams Oshiomhole has finally spoken, and like he said he has gone and he has taken his case from the appeal court, and this is where we are as at today. What do you think? What do you think? Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day, and bye for now.